forgot, dude. Let's go, y'all.
Gia.
We are in. People are coming in. Was that you coming in? I just saw a light. No?
Nope.
Let me put. Yes. Come on, everybody. Let's go. Yes. Hey, man, we are live, brother. We are live. What's good, everybody? What's good? This channel is becoming to be the Amazon Live channel, it seems every time I come on. I'm talking about it. Dude. We're live. I guess I should share. What's up, y'all? We are here live from New York City. Yep. Here we go. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Lemuel Iotude, a.k.a. hashtag LemDrops, and we're coming to you live from the city that never sleeps, New York, and starts spreading the news. You know why you should start spreading the news? Because I got my main man, the one, the only. Yeah, man. It is RK3.
Yeah, that's right.
There you go. Music, I love that, man. That's what's up. That's what you call producing.
Yeah.
On the fly. I love it. Yo, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna have to tell all my guests, y'all, you better bring your own music.
That's it.
I'll feed it in live. Bring your own hype man if you need to. Just come on in, man. That's good, man. That's the first time that happened. So that was fantastic. Actually, now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, that's a good way to add people into the show. Give them a little bit of music, get a little bit of pomp and circumstances, they would call it, man. What's been going on with you, brother?
Life is good, man. Life is good. Just navigating 2021, looking how to build things out, looking how to be better, looking at all the different opportunities that are available to us and how we can serve the world. And as my man Lem says, navigate the giving economy.
Yes, sir. And I think the more we realize that it is about giving, the more you actually see your marketability increases. You know what I mean? That's part of the giving cycle. All right. I've been talking about it, teaching about it now, and hopefully it'll be in the book soon. But yeah, this giving cycle allows for that fourth part, which is marketability. You do consistent, authentic giving, people begin to trust you, it builds confidence, they begin to rely on you, which makes you marketable. And so that's when the giving begins to open up. And then, of course, to be effective giver, you've got to have avenues for people to give to you. And that's one of the things when you talk about giving, a lot of people think it's just give, give, give. But what happens is when you give, you ignite givers to give back. And so you've got to find ways to make sure that you give them an opportunity for that to happen. So, in fact, that said, y'all, I better do my own teaching here. Let me just put my BMAC site here. buymeacoffee.com/Lem Drops. All right, so there it is. Dude, we're in here because we're talking about your new place on the web. Right? Yeah. And it is going to be a lucrative one. Hey, what's going on, Kim? How are you, ma'am? Let's talk about your site and just give us a little bit of your journey, how long you've been in, and we'll talk about the process and the progress that you've been in. And while we're doing that, man, I wanna showcase where you're at on Amazon to let people follow you, because followers are a good thing. What's your shop name? It's there. I don't see it.
It's coming up. There we go. That's the link right
Amazon.
there.
Oh, so so you're one of those fancy jams.
Well, it is. The shop name is.
You know what? Because it's so long to ticker, can you put it out a ticker and just put it on your arcade3.live/Amazon?
Yep, I can do that.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm gonna follow you right now. Just followed you. Let me go ahead and showcase that. Let's do that for our peoples up in here. Let me just see if we're doing that right here. I'll take this out. I'll take out myself and bring you in. And where's that Chrome? Yes, there it is. Arcade.
Preston So. It's the people. It's the
Preston So is in his house.
That's the Nixons, right? All right, Rob. What's happening, Rob?
I'm working it out a little bit here.
Yeah. So I'm still putting stuff together. It's storytelling, tech, and tips. That is the storefront. And I just kind of put that together maybe about a week ago.
Okay.
Because I was just kind of seeing some people. I think one of my bros, Monty Weaver, was doing some stuff on Amazon, and I saw people talking about this Amazon live streaming platform, and I'm like, what's this live streaming platform on Amazon, and why have I not been able to get on with my stuff, man? And so I was just saying, okay, what is this? What exactly is it? And I kind of did some research, and some people were saying, yeah, it's kind of like QVC, it's kind of like HGTV, Home Shopping Network, all of that stuff wrapped into one.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know what? I'm already an Amazon associate. I already use the affiliate marketing piece for my business and for extra. I've published books on Amazon, so why not be a part of this? Why not do stuff? I'm live streaming anyway.
Yeah, that's what's up.
I'm sharing. Yeah, I'm sharing my equipment. I'm sharing stuff all the time anyway. I mean, I think especially over the last year since this pandemic, that's one of the biggest questions that I've been asked about my equipment. How are you doing this in your office, et cetera, et cetera? And that's a lot of times when I speak or when I do things for corporations, those are the things that I'm getting. People are saying, yeah, that content that you shared, that stuff that you spoke about, that was good. But how did you do that with your camera?
Right.
How did you do? Yeah. So that's what I'm getting. So I think over the last year, I've not necessarily pivoted, but added or refined some of the things that I do to include not just the techniques of storytelling, but the technologies of storytelling. So,
ooh, man, we got to go in and unpack that a little bit, bro. I mean, this is not the show for it, but what? That sounded
Yeah.
amazing. The say that again. The what?
The techniques and the technologies of storytelling. That's what I do. Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
feeling pulled to ask more and to have you unpack it, but I won't, because that's not what the show is about today. Not
Yeah, I mean, we can do
today.
it quick. I
Not
mean, it's up
today.
to
All
you,
right. All
man.
right. Go ahead.
It
Go
doesn't have
ahead.
to
Go
be
ahead.
long.
Go
So
ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
it means that people have there are certain frameworks or certain ways that you can deliver stories that connect with people even better.
Yeah.
And so that's the techniques.
Yeah.
But especially in a virtual world, where are the places that you go, and what are the technologies or what are the platforms that you need to be able to use in order to broadcast that message even more widely? And so those are the things. I mean, I've always been a little bit of geek, and so I use that a little bit more now to share with people. Hey, I'll share with you how you can deliver the right message at the right time using the right platform.
So tell me, what are you planning to do with your Amazon site? I see it here.
Yep.
And maybe from your perspective, so that people can see it from the one that's just beginning. What are we looking at here?
So you're looking at just the beginning of things. Literally, like I said, this thing is maybe a week old or so. And so when I first went on, I said, you know what? People are asking me about my equipment. People are asking me about how I do what I do. So I said, let me just talk about it, maybe one at a time, two at a time, or whatever. So the very first time that I went live, I said, let me talk about my cameras and the lenses that I'm using, etc. And then, so I only had the live stream studio idea list there. Then after that, I said,
Rob? Welcome.
Hey, Rob. So after that, I said, I don't have to talk about one thing at a time, because I then started to look at what others were doing on their Amazon Live. So I said, okay, cool. Let me figure out how I can talk about some more. So I just started adding more things. The next live was about this right here.
How many lives have you done, actually?
2. I've done 2.
All right.
But what part of my goal is today is to create a schedule for all of the live streams that I'm going to be doing, including Amazon, LinkedIn, everywhere that I'm going, YouTube, everywhere. So I'm creating my content calendar and my schedule for that. So so the second live that I did was about this, which is a Sabine Tech Smart Mic Plus. This is a Bluetooth microphone that I use when I'm recording on my cell phone. And so, or if I am recording and I'm doing speaking somewhere and my phone is at the back of the room, I still want the sound to be able to be clear. So that was the second thing that I went on. But I went on, and you know what I'm talking about right now. I went on this phenomenal session given by eCamm Live last night.
Yeah, man. I was going to put that up too.
Yeah. So Stephanie dropped some stuff at the end that made
Vincent,
me go,
welcome, brother.
Ooh, I didn't even think about that.
No.
Right. So I'm thinking you got to just, promote products, etc. Stephanie was like, hey, why don't you can also think about authors.
Yeah.
And so here's why that resonated with me. My very first company, man, was an online gospel music promotions portal.
Okay.
And so what I did was I called up record companies, A&R executives, PR companies, and said, hey, I'd love to interview your artists.
Right.
And they would say, sure. And they would send me free CDs, and they would send me a whole lot of different things. Right. And so I just said, man, I've already been doing that. I know how to do that. Why should I not utilize that same technique with the Amazon store? And Stephanie, right, just really put that back in my brain. So calling up.
Maybe I don't know if we could patch her through. Let me see.
What else can we talk about? Birthdays. We talked about birthdays.
Hearing that?
Ceremonies. Mm-hmm. I had a really, really interesting project that I did last year.
She was more on the last part, right?
To restream.
Yeah.
Looking for gifts, significant others, things of that sort. What can you do?
Here it is. I think that
it actually shows up on your screen as a product overlay. It shows up on both desktop and
she's talking about
mobile. One winner
Spotify
from today. I have to stop myself from cursing. searching for throughout the entire
She's
year,
amazing, by the way.
they could create an entire show about that. Let's think about it. It's February right now. For those of you that are watching live, it's February. So husbands are looking for gifts, wives are looking for gifts, significant others, things of that sort. What can you do? Right? What would the live streamer in your life want for a Valentine's Day gift? Let me tell you, ain't nothing wrong with another DSLR.
So let's see, where's she?
Shopping network, but actually tied to Shopify. And what's cool about it,
Because somebody mentioned it.
you're back from ranking.
Hey, there I am.
Right?
I'm on the show.
Quick, go over to Amazon, but come back, because there's more, right? There's always more. So if you think about...
So for those of you that are watching this, go to
think of like all
eCamm,
the books that you love to read.
eCamm Live on...
Which authors would you love to reach
Here it
out
is.
to and
This is the
say,
one.
I would love to introduce you to my show. This is how my show works. And people can buy directly from the live stream because you are there. Yeah. That's an opportunity.
That is an opportunity.
The second one is if you wanted to reach out to products, companies, and just say like, hey, I noticed that you have, right? Okay. You reach out to the ones that may have like a iffy kind of rating and be like, hey, let's actually do a live product demo to answer questions because people have questions about your product and your reviews are right now.
All right. I know. Let's go ahead, RK.
Yeah.
I know you're ready to blow it up right now with what she was just saying.
Yeah, I mean, I just got a bunch of ideas. I mean, one of the places that I used to go to get some thoughts was producthunt.com, and that's I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but it's a place where there are a lot of developers and creators that are putting stuff out, and some of them are new products, and they're always looking for people to review their products, to give them thumbs ups. What are the things that we can do to make those products better? So as she said that, I'm like, okay, cool. I know some places that I can go to check out what people are building, what people are doing, and how they can use those to how we can use Amazon Live to help them get more spread or distribution for their products as well. So
so let's share with everybody the idea and the concept of Amazon Live. Is for those of you that are really just getting started, or for those of you that may not even know exactly what you are looking at and what we're talking about. You're like, what are these two talking about? Amazon, the world's largest retailer. You would call them that, right, RK? Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
The largest retailer, online retailer, allows people now not only to shop in their app, but now allows influencers like myself and like RK3 here, Robert here, to bring their audience into their own little store on the Amazon app. And because they're influential and because they're trying to tell people how they should approach things and how they should navigate their life, et cetera, that ultimately you're going to be talking about products and you're going to be reviewing things that you use for your own live streaming and for your own process or your own business. And they figured, since you're talking about it already, we'll give you the chance to monetize it if you do it on our platform, if you talk about these reviews on our platform. And so now what we brought up earlier with Miss Stephanie Liu is just an extension of it. So you're right now at this present time, for me, I don't know about you yet, Robert, but for me, I review photography products because my entrance into the influencer space is really through my memes, and I memed. And it's photography memes. That's all it is, right? And so I figure in order for me to transition my group, my 20,000 or so followers of that meme work, to go and enter into this space, let me talk about photography gear, which is high ticket items, which is fantastic for me because you buy one purchase. There was one time I had like 45 purchases, and it was consistent with like $150 each. You know, each purchase ended up to be about $150 each. And so I review the photography. I also interview photographers and review their products and review their work. So that was a great marriage of the two. And I was able to kind of bring in new people, new faces, and interesting stories in order to kind of let people know about what they use, and then we review it. So I've never actually done reviews on products. I've never done product reviews. I've never done tutorials on any product. So actually the only time I began that is when this Amazon Live gave me the allowance. But what Stephanie talked about yesterday kind of opens the field a little bit, right? And you were just talking about it. So can you just refresh a little bit what Stephanie was talking about yesterday on eCamm Live last night while she was doing a live versus what we actually can do, not just on the storefront in itself, but actually bring in other means of connection and sponsorship into your group. And hopefully it'll turn out to be in the cycle of giving where you become a resource for people and you become marketable. So share that with us a little bit.
So I mean, I think one of the things that, and I'm looking at Phil Hill's comment here about being on the bench until you can get approved. One of the things that I think one of the conceptions that I don't even know if I want to use the word misconceptions, but one of the conceptions that I had when I first saw the program or when I first saw the capability for Amazon live streaming, I thought it was like, oh, okay, I have to promote Amazon products. And while that is true at its core, there is opportunity for us to do so much more, right? And I think what we're talking about if there's a product or if there is an item and you can get in touch with the developer, the creator, the inventor of that item and have them on the show to say, hey, can you tell us about just like your story? How did you come up with this idea? Why did you do this? So this great TED Talk called How Great Leaders Inspire Action, and it's by this guy named Simon Sinek. I don't know if you've ever seen that TED Talk. Simon Sinek has a book called Start With Why.
Start with the why,
start with why. So one of the things that happens in business is that people buy products, but people continue to do business with people they know, like, and trust. So if you can create a story around a product, if you can create a deeper connection or a deeper meaning to something, then it's more likely that not only will people try that, but they'll have a different reason or a different connection or connectivity to that product. Right. So there was actually this guy, his name was, I forget his name, but he was doing a study. He was doing some research, and he said he was going to go to yard sales and buy 200 items. Right. So what he did was he bought 200 items at yard sales, and he spent maybe about $1.50 average on all of them. What he did was then he went and got a bunch of authors. He recruited some authors, and he had them write a story around each of the items. And then he put them all on, and then he put them all on eBay. And so check this, he spent $200+ on these items because he added stories to them, because he created connections with them. He sold all of this for a total of almost $20,000.
Wow.
Right?
That's the power of story. That's why you're teaching and training people to do that.
Exactly. So now my mind is thinking, okay, I can sell stuff on Amazon, but how can I bring story into that? How can I weave story into that? And one of the ways to do that is by connecting with the people that created the product and find out why they did it. What was the gap that they were trying to fill? Why they're passionate about this? And, just really give people a face to connect with the things that they're using.
No, I mean, it's an excellent concept. I mean, right now we're kind of just product sales and product review, not really sales in a sense, because It's not our product. We're not necessarily selling it. We're reviewing it and letting people know
Right.
why we are using it or why we would use it, things
Yeah.
of that nature. So, but the extending it, connecting it with actually the developers and the producers of these products, it's a
Yeah.
game changer, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I'm excited. And she mentioned not just product developers, but she mentioned authors, right?
Look
And so I mean,
yeah, Phil says, light bulb moment. Thanks. I believe my 40 years of security might get me on a brands or product channel to share and talk until I can get my approval. You see?
yeah. So I don't let's talk about Phil's approval for a second here. Phil,
Yeah.
I don't know what process you're using. I'll tell you this. It took me about 4 days to get my approval. And I think it probably could have been shorter. I messed up. I included a wrong social media channel. So I think one of the confusing things for people when they're looking to get on Amazon Live is that they're not sure how to get there. So if you download the Amazon Creator app, there's like 4 different options there. You've got like seller or whatever, and Amazon Associate, etc. And I don't know if I can say this is the easiest way, but the way that I got in was through signing up for the Amazon Influencer Program.
Yeah. What was your area of influence that got you in there? If that makes sense.
What I do in the area of storytelling / leadership, communication.
Was your following? Your followership, and what was the space? If you understand.
Right. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what their cap or floor is, but I just kind of showed them my YouTube channel. Well, not YouTube. YouTube. Well, YouTube, I'm at about 800 and something.
Okay.
I'm at 3,000 plus on my Facebook page. That's personal
a business
profile,
page.
That's my business page. Yeah. My personal profile on Facebook is at 5,000. On LinkedIn, I'm at about 8,000.
Yeah.
And then 2,400 or so on Instagram. So those are the things that I shared with them. So I don't know the cap and the floor, whatever it is that they judge it by, but it didn't take that long.
Yeah, I'm assuming that those that are on with us today are actually influencers or wanting to be influencers. But if you are not, just Google influencer program, Amazon influencer program, and you will be directed on how to apply for it, what exactly it is, and all the ways for you to benefit from it, especially if you're already in the process of using some sort of social media to sell or to bring your influence and products into the marketplace. So this is a fantastic place to actually go in and get into it. And really, I think Phil says, my niche is great. My YouTube channel is new, but will grow. My Facebook, Instagram, Twitter is too new, but I will hit once I get on stage. Fantastic, man. I love that attitude. Yeah, I love that attitude. And I love that you already have a plan in place in order for you to jump in running when you're here. And really, I think, Robert, you would agree that we're not necessarily here to talk about how to actually do Amazon Live, but actually go into the other aspects of bringing in other things, because it's a live storming session. That's the idea that we want to do, is to kind of talk about what other ways can we use the platform. And you know what's funny, dude? And I don't know, we're kind of very, very formal right now in conversation, because we're both like, we're live streaming pros, we're coming in here and we're talking like business. But if we're just boys right now, just talking and chatting, and just like the way we chat in private messages and offline when we're not on the hotspot and not live, I mean, bro, there are people that come to me and ask, or rather online, and they're like, it doesn't match your work that you have to put in, doesn't match how much you're gonna make, right? And of course, I'm like, bro, you're and you know, these some of these folks are YouTubers, and I'm like, you're spending hours editing, and you're not even in the place that you can monetize anything. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, and the fact is, you'll probably drop a link. You probably drop an Amazon link on your video in order
Yeah.
for you to generate some extra affiliate income from Amazon,
Right.
and draw from there if you're not making straight money out of YouTube. And even if you are, you're still doing the same thing. So
Yeah.
why are you trying to put a middleman when you could bypass it? And I understand Amazon has, YouTube has a lot more people watching it, but if you got like, you know, like for me, I have 162, 64 here. I hope to gain more subscribers, but I have thousands of subscribers on Instagram and on Facebook. Maybe not in the way that I'm shaping this channel to be, but I got in
Right.
for those thousands. And if you're gonna drop links in those, you gotta have to wait until everything is so padded up until you start making money off of the Amazon
Right.
links that you're doing. So if you go into the platform in order for you to kind of sell the thing that you would add as a link, I mean, it's like a mall.
Yeah.
People are already on Amazon. It's not like you're driving traffic there. There are millions of people there every day.
Yeah, yeah, and I think, I mean, I'll add to that, man. I one of the things that I did not realize or that I overlooked early on is as you build business or as you live life, there's stuff that you use every day anyway, right? So if I'm using something, why not see if I can earn a little bit of kickback or income on that thing? It's like, I mean, it's like going to McDonald's
Boys in
and
the
getting
house.
a Big
Jim
Mac.
and Chris in the house.
Right.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Exactly. No worries. I'm like, as I'm saying, it's like going to McDonald's, paying $2 for a Big Mac and knowing that, hey, if I speak about this Big Mac, they'll give me 40 cents back.
Yeah.
Right? So
not that
so
high,
it's
y'all.
like,
don't think the percentage is that high.
whatever the case is, but the point is about
the point is something is kicking back. Yeah.
Thinking affiliate, thinking about, listen, if I'm doing stuff anyway, if I'm using these products anyway, if I'm doing these things anyway, you know, why not? And I think what you mentioned when people were like, well, why would you put the work into that? So I don't think about it as the work that I'm putting into Amazon Live. I think about it as a smaller piece of the larger empire that I'm building or the larger story that I'm trying to tell, the larger puzzle that I'm working on. So it's like all of these little things that ultimately end up in creating larger influence for you.
Yeah, and you know what's interesting, because we're talking about an extension, right? So not only do we have a chance to make a portion of the monies that Amazon is making, reviewing products within our niche, and within the stores or the hallways or the mall, what is Amazon. Now, the idea now is connecting with the sellers themselves.
Yep.
So that we can front their product on maybe any given day and be able to maybe somehow leverage that connection, leverage our influence here on Amazon, and actually begin to have sellers say, hey, look, let me come and I'll bring my authors there. So and now the authors bring their circle.
Right.
The authors bring their followers. The authors bring their 100, or maybe small authors, maybe larger authors, bring their thousands into your space, because now you're talking to them. And now what happens? Those thousands of people just click on that book, may later on in the day buy a tire, like our Dealcasters buddies. They might buy something else. So maybe they might have bought the book and they might have been brought there by the author. But now you are situated in their cookie space, in their hard drive or whatever, however it is, the way the system works, where if they buy anything else within the 24-hour cycle.
Yep. So and then people need to honestly recognize that. I think one of the things that that people don't really understand here is if we talk about building a personal brand or a business brand, this is a perfect way to do that, right? Yeah. Because if you went on the Amazon marketplace and you said, let me open up a store, and here's where I'm going. I think some people might think about this as the same as like eBay or drop shipping, right? But if you go on the Amazon store or the Amazon marketplace and you're like, okay, let me open up a store. It's like Lem has a store.
Yeah.
But if you go on Amazon Live and you're talking about products and you're talking about ideas and you're talking about resources, it transitions from Lem has a store to Lem is a photography expert, or Lem has a photography expertise. Lem is now identified as a place of like a library for something, right? And so it becomes more than just you have this place. And so if you're outside of Amazon, you're still recognized as this person, this place. When your name comes up in search, when your name comes up on websites, when people see you, when they talk about you, they're saying, okay, this is who this person is. This is what they stand for. This is the flag that they've planted. This is how they can help me. This is how they're serving other people. This is how they're showing up in the world. And this is what they're passionate about. Mm-hmm. It's no longer Lem has a store. This is Lem. So this Amazon Live is just another vehicle to help translate or to transfer the message that is important to you anyway.
I'm in agreement, man. That's fantastic, dude. You're so good. Oh man, that's so good, dude. Yeah, because take a look at my store. I'll show you guys what my store looks like if it would allow me. Hold on, I think I'm in the wrong scene here, so give me 1 minute. Let me go back to the scene that we're supposed to be in. All right, and I have now today. I'm gonna go on live at 3:00. This was my live show this past Tuesday, and as you can see, I have several videos. There is this one, dude. This one made close to 10 grand by itself.
Wow.
In purchase sales.
Wow. That's crazy.
Almost $10,000 came through this one live for Amazon. Now this is the some people say, oh, you're making money for Jeff. Well, he's stepping down, but you're making money for Jeff. Jeff is going to make money with or without us.
Right.
He's been making money with or without us.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you know what? The benevolence aspect of actually Amazon is the fact that they're allowing us to the only investment we have is to go live. We don't have to ship. We don't have to source. We don't have to clear payments. We don't have to set up website. We don't have to have all of these things. And probably this is the reason why it made what it made. Because he was a model photographer and a boudoir photographer, and the fact is he was speaking about less expensive camera gear.
Right.
But anyhow, we don't have to have the overhead and the shipping headaches. All we have to do is just review the products and make money.
That's it.
About it a little bit.
That's it. I mean, I think when people say, oh, you're making money for Jeff, I really think that is a limited or limiting mindset or limiting belief, right? Well, yeah, because I mean, when we look at life overall, in order for us to make it in any way, shape, or form, in order for us to make a business, in order for us to invent a product, in order for us to really proliferate an idea anywhere, we can't do it by ourselves. It's not like we're God and we can go boom and create something right out of thin air. we always need to buy materials from somebody. We need to get somebody to distribute stuff or ship stuff. We're paying other people to do stuff for us if we are looking to. So however you look at it, we're supporting or we're paying for the sustenance of somebody else in order to help us move forward and serve the people that we're called.
Because it's a cycle. It's the give side.
They
give and things of that nature.
Exactly. So, I mean, when people are stating those types of things, it really comes from a place of fear. And so, I mean, I think those people that are already in the place, well, listen, I'm going to do what it takes to give. I'm going to do what it takes to get my ideas and my thoughts out there. They don't really care about that stuff. They're like, ooh, they get excited about what you're doing because they're like, ooh, opportunity. I see it. That's my big O right there. Opportunity. Right?
Yeah, and I put up the Amazon.com store here or the website because I wanted to showcase to us kind of like live brainstorming wise, RK, on what we were talking about going beyond just product review.
Yeah.
Into seller connections.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about some ideas here. Here's actually a live
Well, you got
stream
one right on the screen.
Now. Go ahead.
Well, you got one right on the screen right there. I mean, today is February 4th.
Yeah.
So in 10 days, we've got Valentine's Day coming, right?
Explore the gift shop.
So how can we utilize that to connect with the space that we're already in, right? So what are some of the things that photographers would like, or how can photographers do something special for Valentine's Day? I mean, that might be gifts.
Maybe let's see.
Yeah.
For Valentine's gifts for photographers.
Look at that.
It fills itself up already. And look at this, y'all. I'm gonna make a wish list right now. An idea list.
Look at that one. I mean, look at that one. No, back up. Before the lingerie. Yeah. so
I was like, that's what you want to. I mean, okay. I mean, it's not that kind of show, but
yeah, I know. Like the camera lens coffee mug.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So that seems like a pretty neat one right there.
Yep. Over here too.
Yep.
And we'll skip right over the lingerie because that might be
it's not that type of show
for some people. But look at all of these. And you know what? Because I am going to be viewed, or I am viewed as the expert in all things photography, at least that's what I promote. Then I can go ahead and begin to share with everybody, hey guys, this is what photographers, in fact, I could actually bring some of my guests, my previous guests, and talk about some of the things that they would like to have for their show. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hit up. I am going to hit up my photographer interviews right now. And I want to share with them, dude, want to come back and just talk about some things that maybe a photographer may want. And then ask them to send me some links, and we'll talk about why they want it. Right? And spend a good amount of time, spend an hour, 2 hours just talking about the best gift for photographers or creatives in your life.
Love it. I mean, and for those of us that do things like live streaming, we already know what live streamers might need. There might be lights that they might want. There might be what else? Microphones, So I mean, we've got an I'm looking at Cast Ahead. He's like, that lingerie is a good pattern interrupt.
I'll be like, oops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to click on that.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, it's literally an opportunity for us. So I'm thinking about how my next week is going to go, or the next few days. What are the things that I can do to really take my topic of expertise, take the thing that I love to do, and talk about that on Amazon as well.
That's some good stuff, dude. That's some good stuff. I mean, are there stores in Amazon that actually specialize in Valentine's Day stuff?
I'm sure there are, because I mean, I don't know what the stores I don't know where to find the store names.
I mean, that's
But
all Valentine's stores. And here you have Ferrero Rocher.
mhm.
Then you have people that are sponsored. And so let's see, a sponsored. Um, let's see who's sponsoring. So this is sponsored by somebody. Somebody's sponsoring this. Who's sponsoring this jam? So the Pearl Store, and we could spend the time and be like, yo, guys,
Yep.
maybe more led to the feminine side, or maybe more to a jewelry side of things, and be like, hey guys, I want to highlight your store in my next live.
Yeah. Yeah,
Wow,
I'm
dude.
kind of on my
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. I know we're multi, double, triple tasking.
well, no, I'm doing the same thing you are. I'm just doing it on my iPad. I'm just kind of looking up other possibilities, Valentine's Day gifts for, and I'm trying to put in some different
Look at this. And
industries or
photographer.
whatever.
Yeah. Look at this. Photography store. So we have here, like this one. These are stores, right? Look at this
Yep.
backdrop. I can click on there, and then there's a store that's selling this. Visit the
Yep.
Lility store, and there's a store.
Lily County. Okay.
The lingerie, and now Lily, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I could connect with them and say, look, guys, I am a photography influencer and running a store and live on Amazon. Yeah, put my name on it, brother. You're watching the Lem Show, the Lem Drops. You're watching from Lem Drops.
There we go.
That would be great, Vincent. Thank you. Appreciate it, brother. And I mean, just consider that. Like, so we know that there are photography stores that are here. Oh, man, just gives you a totally different aspect, right, dude?
Yeah, I mean, you just gave me an idea. I mean, I didn't think about searching for stores.
Yeah, look at
and
this.
Contacting
Renewed
the people
store.
that
Here's
own those
visit
stores.
the Amazon Renewed store.
Okay.
Oh my, bro. I just hit them up
Wow.
and be like, yo, guys, I could do all your I could spend the next week talking about all your camera gear just from your store.
So how would that work? Would they? I mean,
Bro,
I think
so what I would do, this is what I would just do. I would even go and talk to their media. So I would go and talk to their
Okay.
media person, or the person that
Yep.
is responsible for their Amazon brand, and let them know,
Yep.
guys, I have a live here. It's going to come from a third party. Instead of selling your own stuff, I'm selling your stuff.
right.
So there's a little bit of disconnect to that kind of like self promotion, where I'm coming
Right.
in, and I could come in, and I'm not gonna go and pacify the product just because it's my product. But I'm gonna do what I have to do in order for me to make that appropriate review of your product. And sure enough, there's products here. I could just talk to them and be like, I'm gonna do your show. This is what I would do. I would
Right.
make a wish list or an idea list within my store with all of their products listed on there that they want to talk about that day.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
And so now what I would do is review, not only product review, but store review. Now, listen to this. I will promote their store and make it that this is the store you guys need to follow if you are into photography, if you're into live action, if you are into a home security and all type of things. They provide these kinds of sales. They provide these kinds of products rather, and they offering their Robert, I could talk to them and be like, give my viewers an exclusive discount that day.
Yep. Absolutely. Do some bundles. I mean, I know I see bundled products on Amazon all the time.
Bro.
Yeah.
Y'all better be taking some notes or putting this to favoriting this live video right now. And don't be greedy. Share it with other people. Because there's some good stuff here, man. Look at this, dude.
Yeah, I'm looking like.
Is there a way to contact them? Actually,
yeah. Well, if you click it, there should be like a contact the seller email somewhere, or at least a link to contact the seller.
Let's see. That's a good question.
Yeah,
that's some good stuff.
So I'm looking. Here's something else that I just kind of looked up, right? So a lot of companies, even software companies, are selling their stuff on Amazon. Too.
This is actually Amazon actually has their own Amazon Renewed store. So this is not a seller.
No, but if you click available from these sellers, go back up.
Yeah. All right, let's go back here.
Yeah, so available from these sellers.
Let's say I'm going to cameras.
No, not even there. Like if you go back to where you were just now, go back one page.
Yeah.
One more. Go back to the product page.
The product page.
So right beside the camera.
Right beside
you see where it says available from these sellers below the S, below the group. Yeah, so click on that. And so there's a bunch of other sellers there.
Dude.
Yeah. So those are other stores that are selling that specific product. And if you click on like the Amtone storefront,
let me ask them a question right now. Let's make this live, shall we?
Yep.
Messenger. I'm the messenger assistant. That may be a different story. All right.
So yeah, you might just click on an item for sale. So if you click on that and you say, I would like to promote this item or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't see
there
there
is the
so that's the storefront.
Yeah, there's the storefront, bro.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
And how do we contact them? Need help? Oh, visit the help section. Your voice is important. Help us to make that easier. What you want? Contact us. Oh, Bradley's coming in.
Yes, Bradley.
Our boy Bradley is coming in. Yo. What's good, my brother?
Yeah.
Let me bring you in here. Let me bring you in the way I know how to do it. Let's go. Welcome in, bro. I know you're just getting yourself set up.
Yeah. How's it going, y'all?
BV, what's up, sir?
Not much, man. Making it do what it do. Making it do what it do.
Do what it do. That's what's up. I love it. So
I need to get me a shirt, a polo shirt like Bradley with my face.
Yeah.
Talk to us, Bradley. How are you? How long? Tell us a little bit about what's happening with you, what you're doing right now with your store, and how long you've been doing it for, and how many lives have you changed? I mean, how many lives have you been involved in?
Yeah, well, as far as Amazon Live, I've only done one real live. I've done a couple of practice runs. I'm still trying to find my way as far as who am I going to be on Amazon Live,
and
right?
What is your Amazon Live? What is your Amazon Live link name?
Bradley Teaches.
All right. So go ahead. I'm gonna bring it up while you talk so that we can
Yeah. So,
make sure people see what you're doing.
yeah, I've actually only been at it for a week, really live. I've been accepted into the program a little while ago, and yeah, so that's the Bradley Teaches thing. I'm still trying to find my way and figure out what I'm doing and what kind of things I really want to put on my channel and in my videos. I think really because I'm Bradley Teaches, right? So I want to dig a little bit deeper than, hey, here's a new widget for sale. I really want to do demos and showing people how to use whatever that is that they might be purchasing, because it kind of relates back to me, because I used to do financial empowerment classes way back when, right? Kind of the a la Dave Ramsey kind of stuff. And one of the things that stuck with me is that never buy anything you don't understand. And this is kind of real old school, right? Remember when you got those VCRs and it was blinking 12 all the time because nobody knew how to set the clock?
Oh Lord, throwback.
Yeah, right. So I don't want to be on Amazon Live, selling all these wares, and then people get them home, do a fancy unboxing, and don't know how to use it. Yeah. So I think that's going to be my lane with this. So whatever it is that I promote, I'm going to show you how to use that and show you the benefits of it versus, hey, it's 8.5 by 11 and it's shiny and you can flip it upside down. But it's like, okay, how would you use this in your studio? Yeah. How would you use this in your house? How would you use this game to stimulate the scientific brain of your child, right? And so those are the kind of things that that I want to do. So mine will be a little bit different that way. What's up, Chris? Good to see you, man.
I think
Amazon OG.
What might even fit into Bradley's lane as well as what I was just looking at, Lem, is that there are some software companies that also sell their software on Amazon.
So
for example,
let's just share a little bit. Tell Bradley a little bit where we're at, because he just came in. So we're going beyond just reviewing and selling within the Amazon store, but now we're kind of going into our brainstorming section. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm looking at TechSmith, who is the company that makes Camtasia. Right? Camtasia is a software that a lot of us, and they sell Camtasia. TechSmith literally has an account on Amazon. So if you search for software Camtasia, you'll see them. And so,
and I edit with Camtasia. That's what I use.
Exactly.
I do my editing in Camtasia.
So there you go. There's a perfect session for you.
Right. And so that kind of leads into, because it was so funny. Way back when, or I guess it's way back when we talk technology is way back when, but it's only about 3 or 4 months ago, right? Because Bradley Teaches as an entity may even only just be 5-6 months old, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And when I bought the domain name Bradley Teaches, and I was asking my community, hey, what do you think about this name? Somebody jumped in and said, well, that's kind of vague. What does Bradley teach? And I was like,
whatever Bradley feels like.
Bradley can teach gardening, right? And so this all fits, right? Because right now I'm teaching graphics and how to set up studios and how to look good on camera, stuff like that, right? But Bradley can teach anything. And so because I want to have some fun with it, and my grandson is really into STEM, and he loves dinosaurs. Knows the names of dinosaurs and their characteristics and bone structure at that level, right?
Kids.
At 11 years old, he loves dinosaurs to that extent. And so we're going to do an Amazon Live about his dinosaur, and don't call them toys in front of him, right? But we're going to do an Amazon Live on dinosaurs. And this brand of, I call them toys, but they're models to him, right? Or replicas, but these dinosaur toys and the texture and why does it have this many teeth and stuff he's into it like that. So we're going to have some fun with that. So those are the kind of things I want to do. Yeah. Sell something, but it's more so, why are you buying this? How are you going to use this? And I think that could really be my lane in this Amazon Live kind of world,
Love it.
I'm trying to get to a place where we are connecting people to really what they need right? And what they're looking for within the scope of what we are serving them outside, or not outside, but within the confines of the reasons why we got our influencer ideas. You know what I mean? But
Right.
that's not necessary. So for instance, even though I came in through my meme work and my photography meme work, that's not necessary. Once you're in, you can actually do whatever it is you want to do.
Right. And I don't think you actually are alienating any audiences, because like I said, Bradley Teaches is a brand.
Right.
And most
Yeah.
people know me for teaching video graphics and animation.
Yeah.
But that audience will still, some of that audience will probably follow me over to Amazon Live when I do software reviews and hardware reviews as it relates to video, right? But then there's a whole nother group that can be introduced to me just through the Bradley Teaches brand, right? So Bradley can teach you how to use whatever that thing is. And I think we can have some fun with that. And, there's obviously things I use in my house or around my studio that may not even be related to graphics, right? But somebody out there might be interested in that and how they can use it in a different way, or how hidden tips about the Stream Deck, for instance, right? And so I could just sell a Stream Deck and say, hey, you need to get the XL because it has more buttons. But what if I go in and talk about some of the hidden features and things you can do with the Stream Deck that are not even necessarily listed on the Stream Deck website, right? So that's the extra that I think that Bradley Teaches can give versus, hey, look at this shiny gadget. It's $24.99. Come get you one,
So, Bradley, what are some of the thoughts? I mean, we're doing like a brainstorming kind of thoughts on what. So Robert and I have been talking about maybe contacting, and Vincent, mentioned it here. These are third-party sellers. You probably can contact them at the top right-hand corner, customer service. Let's see, the customer service. I think that's what. I'm not sure exactly what customer service.
Yeah, customer service. Like if I go and I'm looking for a widget and it says sold by Limb Drops.
Yeah.
And if I click on your company name, it shows all the stuff you're selling on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
And I think there's a customer service link for you as that third party vendor in there.
Is there really?
Yeah, I think so. Because I know whenever you buy something, you have access to the customer service link of that company to talk to them directly. Maybe if you have a return or questions and things like that. And so that could be what the gentleman was talking about. So once you got to dig a little bit deeper on the link. First, past the product, you want to go to who's selling that product through Amazon.
So what we've been doing,
you can click it that way.
Yeah. So what we've been doing, actually, we've been looking at that because here, for instance, Robert and I just kind of like meandering through Amazon here, clicked on this store and is a live seller. Not live seller, but they are a seller of this company, and we could actually contact them. And this is actually with the assistant of Amazon. So that's not necessarily them. So we're trying to figure out exactly how to contact these folks, straight on from their store.
Well, and then the thing about it like this too, right? So say a couple of days ago, and I guess my favorite candy is Lemon Heads, right? And so Lemon Heads has a brand, right? But if I go to Amazon, I type in Lemon Heads candy, you might get some off-name brand lemon head or lemon candies, right?
Yeah.
Every item that's for sale on Amazon has a Q&A section where you can say, hey, does this really taste like lemon heads? Are they chewy?
On
Are
the
they
review
hard?
section right here at the bottom.
Right. And so when you go down there, when you ask a question, a lot of times the manufacturer will answer the question, right? Or you can kind of dig a little bit deeper into that section and find the manufacturer of that product and reach out to them that way. So there's ways to get to the manufacturers of individual products, right? Yeah. And like we were saying yesterday in the Showrunner Live, right? I think that's what even precipitated us being on here right now, right? about the brainstorming thing, seeing it on Showrunner, is that, you know, just kind of go through and look in electronics, and then on the left-hand side, look for things that have 2 or 3 stars, right?
Right.
Or 4 stars instead of 5, right? And now you go to all those 2 and 3 star people and like, hey, I see your product. The reviews are not that great. And maybe it's because people don't know how to use it. It might not be anything to do with the product. It might be people don't know how to use the product right? So you send me 2 or 3 of those. I have a show where I actually demo and use the product. And let's see if we can get those stars up to 4s and 5s instead of 2s and 3s.
Monte, come and hop in, bro.
And so that's the thing, right? So because, you know, all 2 and 3 star products don't mean they're bad.
Right.
And this just means that it could be user error. And somebody's like, man, you told me this was 8 inches long and it's 6.27 inches long. It's like, no, in the description, it was in centimeters and you didn't convert it right. You know, I mean, you see what I'm saying? And so there's I mean, because you know this, man, in the I'm not going to name stuff to make people sound bad, but you know other groups that we're in, right? And we're in technology groups. And almost every day, like clockwork, man, I use this thing and my stuff blew up. Well, what else were you using? Was it the software? Did you reset it? Did you plug it in? Your computer's been on for 8 days and now you decide to go live and the sound don't work and it's the software fault. Right.
You mean I can't go live with my 2008 Mac, Bradley?
Right. No. And see, that's the thing. You know, it's the software fault, right? It's not the other stuff you're using. And so, you know, I would say dig into some of these companies, man, especially if it's a product. And here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take the Shaq approach, to be honest with you, right?
Tell us what's
and Shaquille O'Neal, and this is at least what he says. Shaquille O'Neal doesn't endorse any products he doesn't use.
Right.
So if you see Shaquille O'Neal's face on something, you see him in a commercial,
he
uses that product or he trusts that product. So I'm not going to jump into all these 2 and 3 star people, right? Just so I can have me a closet full of their stuff. So if it's a special, you know, 8 function remote, okay, I have a home theater. I have my TV with my sound system hooked up to it and blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll try that remote out. So, hey, you send me your remote that you got a 2 or 3 stars on, and I'm going to show people how to use this remote properly with their equipment. Right. Now, if I don't ever plan on using that remote, I'm not going to call that company and say, hey, send me 5 remotes. I'm going to do, you know, just so I can resell them or give them to my friends. Right. You know what I mean? And so I think there's an ebb and flow to this. And sometimes somebody might even send me a product that I don't personally use. And I'll say, hey, this is the microphone I love. I will try your microphone out. And who knows? Maybe I feel better about your mic than a mic that I actually paid for. And I'll start using your free mic, right? And so
that's what happened. I know Monte's on with us here. I don't know if he's watching currently. And I know also Chris was on with us here, and Chris has had products sent to him to be reviewed. You know, but what we're trying to say is let's not wait for products to find us. Let's not wait for sellers to find us. Go and do the due diligence and find the people that you feel like you can represent their items. And we were talking about it, Rob and I, before you got on, is maybe even making it a way to sell or even promote the store itself, so that we could connect with their folks and say, hey guys, you know, I'm a Amazon influencer and I go on live. I have about let's say 100 or so, or maybe 50 or so followers. Right now I'm coming into my 60th follower. So. And you know, we send them the demographics and our analytics, and we can say, hey, your store, I would love to see if I can go and promote your store. If you would want to, I can promote the products of your store if you would give some discounts, especially and specifically for that live.
Right.
and just for people that are coming into my store, if they click on this store, they get 10% off on top of whatever it is already. In this way, we might even become partners with the store that we connected with. And now we're representing their store and their products. And now, obviously, we're not going to be exclusive, but at least maybe on Tuesday, it's going to be about, this store here, whatever this store may be. On Wednesday, I am going to be promoting some of these stores' products, and I can share this opportunity with my customers or with my viewers with the access to a discount of some sort because I have partnered up with the store to bring people a value.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Exactly right.
Love it.
So I'm just thinking about that. I mean, right now we have booksellers, right? Because RK, are you looking to sell books or
yes, I'm looking to do books as a piece of what I'm building, but again, that's not the primary strategy. That's just as a resource for my topic area. So connecting with the authors, connecting with the PR companies, doing interviews about those things, but again, tying that into my topic area. And as people come in, maybe I'm selling books or selling their book, but as part of my products that I'll have, what are the things that you can use to then effectively tell your stories online? Is there equipment that you need? I'll have that in my item list for that particular show.
What do you think about, it's just coming into my brain, right? Because we're brainstorming here, just to reset the room, we're brainstorming here. We're talking about new approaches to Amazon, maybe something that beyond just reviewing a product and selling it through you or having people buy it through you. Maybe even going through Amazon and said, what are the best sellers right now? And I'll talk about the best-selling book of the week or the best-selling books. Today I'm going to be talking about the best-selling books that are currently on look at this. So we have When We Believed in Mermaids, bestseller. And so I'm going to go through this, and open it up and maybe have a little, let's say there is a little snippet, right? Or we can even follow the author. We can even connect with the author, dude. You see this?
And I think what would be cool in a way, because we're talking about it in our other groups that people can level up, books, right?
Y'all.
Right. And I know we're in a couple of groups together where we keep talking to people about leveling up, right? And I think this is a perfect avenue to help self-published authors level up.
Ooh.
Because a lot of self-published authors don't have an Amazon author page. They don't do ebook versions of their book. And things. And so, and I'm thinking of a particular place right now. There's a place called
she's really well. She is red, guys. Look at this. 30,000 people. Wow, she's red. Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
And see, and that's the thing. It's like no, because the self-publishing area, one thing you can help them because I'm thinking about kind of residual type stuff, right? You can help them figure out how to make an Amazon page. You can help them figure out how to get their book, print on demand. And then you're now kind of this Amazon influencer virtual bookstore for these self-published authors, right? And there's a place that my wife and I, we had books that won the Christian Literary Award a few years ago. Yeah. And they have a radio show. They have a Facebook page, and they do, online interviews, right? But I'm not sure if they are Amazon influencers. So even if you have places that do book awards, they have a plethora of authors that send them material, right? And so now you get with that book award company or book award organization that may not be an Amazon influencer. You now team with them, bring them on board. They bring all the authors with them. And now you're saying, hey, here are the criteria though. You got to be, you got to have an Amazon author page, and you got to do this and you got to do that. So you're helping them upgrade and get their book out in front of more people, because they're now in the biggest bookstore in the world, and now you're promoting them. And even if it's like, hey, you're giving them exposure they never would have thought of before.
Right.
Because our little books, and they do well. And my grandson has a book, right, that was doing very well. But he launched it January last year, and then 2 months later, he even got on television, right? Local TV, they interviewed him. A month after that, coronavirus hit, right? And so no book tours, no book signings, no going to libraries and meeting with them and having book, all that stuff is gone, right? So now I'm not gonna just talk about his book one day, but I'm gonna bring him on with me, and we're gonna do books about children's grief, right? Because that's like an area, especially right now, with the coronavirus, everybody's isolated and kids are taking it hard, families are taking it hard. And so there's books that help you serve your kids that are hurting, right? And so we're going to do an Amazon Live on those specialized, niched, really small potential market. But if there's a big heart that's caring for a little hurting heart, which is what we call grieving children, they have little hurting hearts, that's going to be an area for them to come get these resources from, books that are read and children approved. And he can talk about all the books he read and what's good and what's bad. And we're going to just have that little session, right? And so Amazon is great for stuff like that, little known stuff, put things on people's radar. And so I think it'd be awesome for someone to help self-published authors get onto Amazon, number one, and then get promoted and get more exposure for their products.
Yeah. Lem, I've got to hop off in just a few moments here, but I definitely wanted to say, for those that are watching, I mean, this is just another avenue for you to share your passion, to share the things that you're already gifted at, to share some of the things that you're already doing. And I get it. Some people, they see this and it's like, oh my gosh, just another thing. Just another place to live stream, another thing that I've got to learn, another thing that I've got to apply for and get approved for and set aside time for. Yeah. Well, it is another thing, but based on what we're saying and some of the communities that we're in, it doesn't have to be a separate thing by itself. Find ways to combine this or keep it as part of your workflow for your week, because you're already doing stuff. You're already busy. How can you utilize another tool to insert another income stream into whatever it is that you're already doing?
Here's a thought that I'm thinking about, gentlemen, and think about this, where we could partner up, even if you have maybe IG or maybe Facebook, some type of an ad for new sellers and new authors, and say, hey guys, I am an influencer in the Amazon app, a live space. If you are bringing out a new book, contact me. You know, and you could even make it as part of a product type of promotion. Well, listen, I will talk about your book. We will get you published. You're already published. We will get you into connecting to the app. You could become a whole Amazon resource for these folks that are going into Amazon. You could tell them, build a community around your book before you publish anything.
Yep.
Get people talking about it. Build a community of people around it. Give a plan for publishing. Get a plan for making it bestseller. And I'll come on and talk to you and interview you in these Amazon Lives. And
there we go.
Boom, you're now marrying several spaces together in order for you not only to make money off of the reviews of the book or sales of the book, but now you can make it as part of your marketing plan. You could put it as an Amazon marketing plan. You could sell it as an Amazon marketing plan. Become a bookseller, get a book space, be interviewed, telling them how to build community, blah, 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 blah. Wow.
That's it.
Well, we're going to let you go. We're going to finish this up, man. We're going to finish it up. I'm going to give you guys a chance to give a 2-minute or 1 minute, plug for your space, or for even just to get in.
Well, listen, here it is. If you want to check out what we've got going on, what we're building, like Bradley, we've been into we've done lives maybe over the course of the last week. But if you are someone who needs to be able to create more visibility through storytelling, figuring out how you can get your ideas, your products out there, connect with us right here on rk3.live/Amazon, where we'll talk about the techniques and the technologies of storytelling. So I'll be on again next week, Monday. That's my next scheduled live. And so, yeah, follow us on that channel and we'll see you there soon.
There you go. Go ahead, Bradley. Thank you.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, good to see you, Robert. Sorry I came in so late, guys. Yeah, but I'm Bradley Vincent of Bradley Teaches. And yeah, you can find me on Amazon at Bradley Teaches. I will be doing live product demos. I think that's going to be my lane. It's going to be brand new. We're going to grow this thing together. So if there's something that you would like to learn how to use, let me know. Because I just love the challenges and learning different things and working out different things. And, you know, just to kind of help you use the products better. My home base is actually on YouTube, which is also called Bradley Teaches, where I teach graphics and animations for live streamers. So I'm just in the teaching business. I'm in the serving business. I'm in the empowerment business. So come hang out with me there. I think my regular days are going to be Tuesdays. That's my typical live day because I go live on YouTube and then Facebook on Tuesday afternoons. I think I'm going to be doing live on Amazon Tuesday nights and just make that my live day. So look for me soon on that. Bradley Teaches on Tuesdays. So I'll see you guys there.
Amazing, Bradley. And I appreciate you for hopping in. I know you're a busy, busy man, and congratulations on all your success with the Amazon, not Amazon, but rather your YouTube space and for all of those things that presented for live streamers. Tell them a little bit about your Canva work that's coming in a little bit.
Yeah, actually, I planned on shooting a few of those today, but I have, by popular demand, I'm going to start doing Canva tutorials. And so we're going to jump into Canva, make overlays, make lower thirds, make some animations. The workflow is different than what I typically teach with Keynote, but I decided to go ahead and add Canva because it's web-based and PC and Mac people can use them. And we're just going to have some fun, man. We're not going to dig in and hour-long tutorials. We're going to do 10-minute or less tutorials to help you get in, make something cool, and get out to enhance your video. So join me. Start looking for those. They should be coming out. Hopefully, they'll be coming out starting next week. And we're going to have some Canva tutorials, more Keynote tutorials, and we're going to even expand into different live streaming software packages as they permit to show you how to use those graphics. So just jump on YouTube with me, Bradley Teaches, and we're going to have some fun.
Fantastic, man. I appreciate your time with us. Hey, everybody, for me, this is your boy, Lemuel, but you can come in on this space on Amazon.com. Make sure you follow everybody that's on the channel right today. Make sure you follow RK3. Make sure you follow Bradley on Amazon and as well as on YouTube. And if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, kindly do so right now. I do talk a lot about Amazon Live. Kind of excited about it, but I also talk about the giving economy and the reason why we are on Amazon Live to give, so that the cycle can continue on and we can be benefited and then benefit other our communities in a larger scale. So we appreciate your time with us and thank you guys for joining in. Make sure you like this video and hopefully we will see you. We will see you when we see you. All right, I'm going live, actually, Bradley. I'm going live at 3 p.m. today, talking about my setup, some of my peripherals. Cool. Yeah, my peripherals, my monitors, and all the other things that I use. But this
now 3 o'clock your time. What is that? EST?
Yeah, that's ESPN. Okay. No, I mean that's New York time. EST.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So join me, hop on. Bradley saved my behind for the last 20 minutes of my show last week. What had happened was I had a guest on and I was showing her the back end work for my eCamm, and so I was demoing the whole entire screen, and I went live for like an hour almost with my demo screen as opposed to what you're viewing right now. And then Bradley came in. So clutch work, Bradley. Thank you. Appreciate it. And look,
always
guys,
there for you, brother. Always there for you.
We've got to be really kind of get in there and build a community. I know we do have Monte's group over on Facebook at Amazon Live Creators over there. Make sure that you join us there, because then that's where we kind of announce when we're going to be on and if I'm hopping on in. And Tuesdays at 5 p.m. it looks like I have a few. We're calling ourselves the Amazon Bros right now on Tuesdays talking about going deep dive on Amazon. So you want to check that video out. That was out this past Tuesday. But anyway, until next time, everybody, thank you all for joining. Bradley, blessings, brother.
Always good, brother. Good thing.